Alright, welcome everyone. I am still a little bit under the weather. My runny nose, fortunately, is gone, but my voice is very hoarse at the moment. Uh, I've excuse me, still have a cough. I think I have a cold, but I don't know for sure. Been taking Dayquil and things like that. First and foremost, I want to shout out UPA for their challenge split, I guess. They got to the finals and without knowing their opponent, just decided to take the split. It shows that second place here, but you can call it first or second. Their only loss was to um, Yorion Beans in the first round. Here, I'll bring it up. They sent me their matchups via DM, so I'll bring it up now. So here are the matchups. They lost the first round to Beans, and this is a quick, notes that they sent me. And then they beat Mono Blue, Show and Tell, Depths, Creative Technique. This is an awful matchup, but they powered through. Uh, Lands, which is a decent matchup, and then they got revenge on Beans here in round six, and then they beat Scaminator twice in the top eight. Um, to be honest, until the very end, the matchup spread is actually kind of rough. I don't really want to play against Show and Tell, and I don't really want to play against Mississippi River. The other matchups, I guess, are okay. The Merit Lage matchups, if you can fade an early Merit Lage, you're probably okay. But Mississippi River, that's almost a guaranteed loss. But they, pulled a miracle there. All right. What was I gonna say? So here's the list. What they did was they took. So I asked them about this. They took my latest 5-0 list, which is here, and they just made some change that I didn't know about until later on, but until after the event. But I think they were pretty smart changes, given that they said they don't normally play Legacy, and the only changes they really made were they added a Bowmaster's main over the Spirit Guide, just as a toolbox option to kill X1s if need be. They added opposition agent for the same reason, and then um, the so the reason why they chose this deck, and I don't think they said they were gonna play Black Saga Storm actually, but they chose to play our deck because they felt with Sticker Goblin getting banned, they liked the matchup profile of our deck against everything else, and the only thing they were really afraid of was Black Saga Storm. So they added two Mind Break traps for that, but that was kind of their rationale at once I talked to them. Everything else is like pretty stock. Uh, and they did say they didn't board properly in every match, but my takeaway from talking with them was they're a very strong limited player from what I understand, and I think a lot of the heuristics, namely formulating a game plan and carrying that out to fruition, helped them a lot in spots that they either misboarded or just weren't familiar with the opposing legacy deck. So kudos to them for what is it called, for a well played tournament run, and like I said, only lost the first round. Here are my socials, by the way. Um, let's see. So that's first things first. This is kind of like the latest stock list that I have that's stable, I guess. I've been working on a new list like the last few days. Even going back to the previous stream, where I'm trying to make room by playing Thoughtseize main. Now, for what it's worth, one of the appeals to Upa for playing our list was the fourth Endurance's main because it gives you a leg up against Rescaminator and Delver. I think the Rescanimator matchup with Thoughtseize main, you probably lose only a little bit of uh, equity. You probably lose a lot of equity against Delver with C's main, but I think that matchup is good enough where the idea is we can stomach, maybe some percentage points lost game one. Which updates will bring to Cradle? Hi Star. I don't know yet. I think the new White of the Reliquary is a decent. I think the new White of the Reliquary is a decent one of addition for sure, just because it beats things like Needle on Reclaimer, right? Reclaimer is the best creature in the deck. I know people think of Phenarzing as very scary, right? But I think there's a big difference between 1 and 2 mana, and the best card in the deck is God's Cradle, and Reclaimer means you just have it every game, right? Yeah. So I think Joff mentioned, right? Endurance can be Thoughtseize away. Obviously, sometimes they like walk into it, but um, oftentimes they have full information, so they can just grief it away, right? But you do lose percentage points, like I said, against Delver, in theory at least. But I think you should not be losing to Delver regardless. I don't even know what my win rate is against Delver, but not even just me, but everybody I've talked to, even the ones who don't really like this deck, or think it's not a good deck per se, believes the Delver matchup is like almost unlosable, or at least 70 to 80%. All right, let's. Yeah, so Joff here is like hinting at it too, right? Like obviously things can go wrong. Never is anything 90-10 per se, but especially with the endurances main, there's a lot of slack. If I were to guess, it's got to be at least 75-25. And that's assuming your Delver pilot's like good too. Let's talk about the changes I made for today's stream compared to the last stream. I'm trying to crop rotation package with Wasteland here because I think the one, if you want to call it weakness, that I have noticed is Arctic is a little bit soft to fast merit Lage. And the Wasteland I like because they're gonna end step in anyways, and I think Wasteland is just a better card than Caracas, which I found to be abysmal. Also, this will be my last official stream in EU time, European time, because starting tomorrow I'll be going back to work. Mm. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Interesting. Huh. They're tapped out. The green sun was kind of a fortunate draw here. I think we're just gonna lock them out right now. Not mess around. There's a chance the game is over, but I don't know what their list looks like. Nor am I gonna look it up. This is like, again, these streams are more for educational purposes more than anything else. I wonder if they have red black. Well, they can't even cast it if they have it. Yeah. So for what it's worth, okay, I did not anticipate that. Sure. Yeah, I talked to Upa, and they actually kind of hinted at it too. I showed them the changes that I was thinking about, and they said, yeah, losing Shepard isn't a big deal in their eyes. Having play the list. I think we just get another artisan and just pass. All right. What do they even have here? Not much, I guess. Is it important for me to get the second? It probably doesn't matter. I was gonna say the second for artisan down, probably not. They don't know about our endurance, so that's kind of neat. So whatever they try to put in, we're just gonna nuke. So we got like free value. My vibe is this game is probably already over, and we're just kind of going through the motions here. Four, five, six, seven. We can attract to them right now if we have a land. There's said land. Do we actually care about the endurance? I feel like the answer is no. So I'm gonna pitch it. I should have attacked first in hindsight, but not a big deal. Saga. Yeah, like I said, I think we're just going through the motions at this point. I think the oof turn to the top deck Green Sun Zenith was huge. All right. There are dismember deck. I like the invigorate a lot to deal with their dismember on collector oof. Wasteland is like really good in this matchup because one of the ways we lose, I think, is Saga. I don't like Seas against in general, not always, but in general against Ancient Tomb decks. I don't like Boots. It's kind of slow. I also don't like Bog here. It's not really the type of game we want to play. We have room. What is the likelihood they're gonna name Black? I think there's like a decent chance they're gonna play around Snuff Out in case we bring it in. The Pick Your Poison is good. What am I missing here? Rotation maybe for Wasteland is like probably okay, cause like I said, one of the ways we lose is Saga. If we're gonna give them benefit of the doubt, they're gonna name Black with Painter, so we don't want to walk into that. So I'll just leave the Snuff Outs out. We can adjust game 3 if our read is our opponent's not playing around that, and then everything else I think is fine. Saga's not great, but I think just another land is probably fine. Sure. Hoof's not great, but Green Sun is. That's pretty good. I think I like the Cradle. They can bring in this painter. I don't think I care. If they rebuke that. Actually, that would have been kind of bad. Well, actually, they don't have the mana for rebuke. Karn. Okay. So the funny thing about this is, what are they getting? Coding, sure. They have another play. There's still one short for Metalcraft. Question here is like, do I attack the Karn, or do I rotate and do something else? If I rotate, what am I getting though? If I rotate, that's 3. I can get like an artisan. I don't think that's worth it. I think I'd just rather take the Karn down. If they want to find another answer, then sure. I think we have lethal, but like they could have force in theory. Uh, how do I want to play this? Okay, they didn't force that for some reason. Once upon a time, land, natural, actually not natural order. Fiend Artisan, Green Sun Zenith. Normally I would get Shepherd to set up natural order. They probably don't have Force anyways. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't want to get blown up by Force, so I just played it safe, right? Like I tried to bait out Force with Green Sun for 3 for Gris. Didn't hit any of my Force of Vigor though. Five, six, seven, eight. Yeah, but they could have drawn it later. I guess I'm just trying not to lose this game. Like I feel like the game is won. I don't want to like randomly lose for no reason. Uh, Not having the Shepherd is like somewhat relevant here. Hopefully they just didn't draw into it. Yeah, so they did here. We bored out the bog, unfortunately. But I think here's where we just start bashing, I guess. I think we kill the painter. I don't care about the monitor. I feel like a combo player right now. I'm just like thinking of all the outs of how we can lose this game and just trying to prevent that from happening. So they're not having the Shepherd relevant, but didn't cost us. Excuse me. Still have this nasty cough. Also, there's a very good chance, like, don't mess with a good thing, right? Like, maybe the four endurance main list is where we want to be, or maybe that's not far off from optimal. Hey, alias taken. My thoughts are, if it's 3 man, I better win the game, and I don't see that text on the card. Uh, there's like a mode of 6 already, but presumably your wants will hit. Presumably your wants will hit a 1 drop, and then you can curve out potentially. We'll YOLO keep it. It like to me a 3 mana creature in our deck at least, maybe just legacy period. It needs to win the game, and I don't. I think while it can win the game, especially if, like Atraxas in your hand, um, what I don't like is there's more setup than I would like. Oh my god, that's not good. Ugh, we're gonna get a Grist reanimator here probably. Yep. Can't say I'm surprised. Interesting. It's not the move I would have made. I think I'd much rather them reanimate the grief than our grist. I think we probably lose, to be honest. Okay. I don't know. What the heck are we playing against? Why is there Caracas in the list? There's an asterisk on this game already, for what's worth. I don't think they're supposed to take our Fiend Artisan. As scary as it is. I don't think we're beating a Grist on this board state. That or they didn't realize how good it is. It's one or the other, right? They either missed it, or maybe they just underestimate, like... I definitely want this on top. Or they definitely underestimate how strong the card is. It could be one of many things, to be honest. Do they play Caracas though? Like that mana doesn't seem. Oh my god, doesn't seem great. But like the list I've seen, especially the earlier iterations, the mana doesn't look particularly great. But maybe there's some adjustments they've made that accommodate it. But then again, you're probably asking the wrong person with regard to mana bases. I'm like very strict on like what I deem as a playable mana base, and anybody who's in my Discord knows like that's the number one thing I value. Being able to cast my spells on time. Actually, some people have not wrong and have accused me of maybe lowering the power level of the deck in favor of mana base, and I can't say that that would be an incorrect statement. Possibly. I'm not 100% sure. So we're gonna stare down a Caldera, and we're on pretty like tight window here. Um, I think we have to draw a natural order like soon. Probably this turn, right? Like we're taking an 8 ball right here. Yeah, I think we're on a 1 turn clock now. Caldera comes in. We take 8. Can't really stop it. We go to 5. I think. Oh, did they just miss? Maybe it doesn't matter. Oh, I think they intentionally actually held it back because they're thinking, oh, it's a one turn clock anyways. Maybe that's their logic. We know the last card in their hand. We'll pass. Interesting. They're not attacking earlier, just cost them a turn, and maybe we can stabilize. Oh, that's bad too. They should have attacked with Stoneforge. They just bought us more outs. So multiple asterisks in this game already, for what it's worth. Uh, I my only explanation is, I mean, it didn't matter, but the only thing I can think of is maybe they're multitasking, and that's why, they're playing kind of fast and loose. But like they misclicked presumably on the Caldera. Number two, they should have attacked with the Stoneforge. So like just multiple things going on here. This is my first time actually playing against this list. I think in theory, what do I like? I think Invigorate is like probably gonna be okay, like as a combat trick. Let's just see how much we have though. I don't like Endurance. The problem is like the relevant cards are black outside of Stoneforge. Well, Stoneforge is kind of bad actually. The relevant cards are black, so Stoneforge's probably not gonna hit it. But we don't really have many, excuse me, great cards in the matchup. I don't think this is a Boots matchup. It does beat Caldera for sure, but the problem is like it's kind of bad otherwise, right? I feel like we want more lands in this matchup. Like, what does Snuff Out hit? Solitude, but that's only if they ephemerate it. Invigorate is good against Bowmasters and what else? Like, this is only good against Reanimate, and I don't think I love it for what it's worth. Maybe the card rotation is just um, more flexible. Maybe not a Wasteland. Saga seems better than Wasteland this match. Let's try this. I don't I like I said, this is my first time playing this matchup. When it kind of gained steam, I was on vacation on a cruise at that time last week, so just didn't, never got the chance to play against it. I think we just keep this. It has two of the best cards in the matchup, so we'll see. I definitely do like Thoughtseize. Snuff out, I lean towards no, only because it stops only Stoneforge, which I think we can beat regardless. And the other thing it stops is Ephemerate on Solitude. I don't think I'm playing around that. Hey, you win 1980. I think we're gonna seize first. I don't want them to like discard our hand, and we don't have a great turn 2 play anyways. Caustic Bronco. I think that's the only card we're afraid of. So let's take that. If they waste us here, I think that's okay. This card is like very scary. And if they waste us, they can't cast their 2 drops anytime soon. Like we probably lose if they go something like top deck grief into Ephemerate is like that's probably game over. Like we just get twisted, right? Mind twisted. They're gonna waste us. Looks like that's. Don't think we care. Let's do that. Like Broncos 3 turns away from being relevant. Stoneforge is multiple turns away from being relevant. Been that. Nothing here. I think I would want. They Bowmasters here. That'd be annoying, but not the end of the world. Which I think is gonna happen. Nope. Okay, they slow rolled it. That's okay. We're still on track for natural order in 2 turns. Okay, interesting. They're gonna cast the Bronco, presumably. Oh, okay, that makes it easy. We're just we have natural. We have they have a Caracas. Do we care? I guess is the long story. We're still gonna get attracted. Like that's a given. It's just whether we care. And just reload. They're gonna do that all they want. Once Saga land artisan and C's, I guess. Could be better, but they should have bounced their Atraxa there. I don't know what's going on here. Why didn't? Oh, they're what? Yeah, they should have definitely bounced the. Now, yeah, they see they cost themselves because they could have put in the Sword of Light and Shadow and equip same turn, and they get their Solitude back. But oh, they're doing that instead. All right, we take 7. That's fine. We have to take the Light and Shadow now. I definitely don't agree with the lines our opponent has taken. We die if we don't take this Light and Shadow here. What are we doing? Not great. How funny. We can hardcast Atraxa again. We go to 7 though. I didn't want to eat the extra life in case they attack with all, right? We might still lose for what it's worth. And this matchup seems pretty bad. Granted, maybe I just didn't, approach it macroly from a well. Why wouldn't they want a swords? That doesn't make any sense. What is going on? We're given extra life here. We have to hit natural order right now. If we get lucky. Nope. Up is on the gadget. The problem is like we just drew up lands for days. We can cast a Hail Mary Atraxa right now because 3, 6, 7, 8. Like we don't have lethal with hoof. And see where this gets us. Oops, what? Why am I tapping it wrong? I think this is my first hardcast Atraxa on stream. I could be wrong. I've done it like I do it about like once every 2 weeks or so, but never on stream. I don't think. I think we're dead on board regardless, but we'll see. We should have probably played the other Cradle for another blocker. I mean, for extra mana. Yeah, we had done it earlier. We would have extra mana here. And then we could just like get a reclaimer that's a 3/4. And block. But it's possible they're gonna kill us with a saddle anyways. Yeah, that mistake by me might have just cost us, depending on the Bronco. I would feel a lot better if they saddled the Bronco and they kill us anyways, but we'll see. Also, they could just attack with all, too. There's that. Right? That would be the correct play. Right? If they attack with all, the artisan blocks the germ. That's still two coming in. So if they attack with all, we're just dead regardless. We would have had a chance, I guess. We go 1? Is that right? Did our opponent just throw this game? Oh, they have the swords. I guess it doesn't matter. I think. Wait, what the hell just happened? How did we die? What just happened? Oh, never mind. I'm tripping out. I thought this was saddle for the grief. It was sorry, the grief was saddle. Yeah, we're dead anyways. I'm tripping out. I am tripping out. Hey Chris, how's it going? Yeah, unfortunately, this will be the last of the early streams. I'll be returning to work tomorrow. Ooh, we're playing against Tony. That's good to hear, Joff. What do you do? I'm just curious. The trip was good. I went to Alaska. I posted a photo that my wife took of the the solar storm. I think given this is Tony, we're keeping a hand with Thoughtseize, right? Oh my goodness, he is playing. I don't know what he's playing actually. It's certainly not combo. It's, oh my goodness, if he's playing Burn, this is an awful matchup. I regret keeping those Thoughtseizes now, right? The game plan is like pretty straightforward. We have all blanks in our hand, unfortunately, but just to get to Atraxa. Ironically enough, this Reclaimer might be good. Ugh, this is gonna feel so bad. I guess I saved myself some damage. 1 damage. Oh, they can ring me right now too. Yikes. I kept the wrong hand against Tony. We're at virtual 7 already. Tony has access to ring already. Presumably he's gonna do it now. Yeah. Question is, do I rotate now? I feel well. I should have probably done it earlier. Actually, I'd probably do it during combat in case there's tricks. That's another reason to do it now. I mean, do it. Wait. Excuse me. I think we're digging for a land. We gotta get to this natural order. Uh, One of the rare occasions where I would have wished that we had a Golgari Rot Farm in our deck. Oh, interesting. Should not have played land. Might have made a difference. How do I want to play this? I don't think we get cute. Like, Tony burns me. Well, yeah, let's not get cute, I think. It wasn't on my Patreon. It was on. Let's take that. The boots and I guess the reclaimer. Actually, yeah, the reclaim. Well, I want to play that. I'll just play around Price of Progress and pass. That might be game now. Tony's on a 1 turn clock. Assuming no bounce or random other stuff that I didn't foresee. We were in Alaska just for a family vacation. It just so happened that we got to see the Northern Lights too, or my wife did. So my line there was just to play around Price of Progress and attack with Atraxa, and that should be game. All right, we definitely don't want this. Presumably they have Eidolon, but I don't know for sure. If they have Eidolon, yeah, we want the Force. Invigorate feels like it's probably pretty good. I think Wasteland. Well, they're on DRC build. Maybe Crop is probably fine. No Collector, oof. Probably not. Hey, Blackhawk 95. That is a good point. I didn't see. I missed the line. That I should have done that for sure, and then it would have been because they only had one card in hand, right? Like, and they would have been able to kill that tracks anyways. We were at 7, so the worst thing that can happen is they pop us for 4, or fire blast us. So you're right. That would have been correct. I I didn't think about the Atraxa line just for the immediate life game, but that is you're definitely right. Um, do we want Snuff out in this matchup? I feel like probably not, but I could be wrong. I think we get rid of the 3 drops. Actually, we probably don't want boots, to be honest. Like, I think that was more an anomaly than anything else. Well, I guess Atraxa in the boots is kind of a nice line. Maybe no Saga. I feel like the Macabre could be relevant to turn off DRC. Yeah, for what it's worth, I think it came up last time, and I caught it on stream, and then like I just missed it this time. This is fine. It has the best card in the matchup here. One nice thing about not boarding a snuff is I don't have to fetch Bayou, which is like a very dangerous card. Only because of price of progress, right? Could be idle on here. Sure. I my thoughts are just I get why they're doing that. I think from a practical standpoint, it makes sense. So the bauble here makes it fly. Jesus Christ. Do you have a normal type of deck you play on stream, or just kind of all over the place? Do you play Legacy? I always on the hunt for more. Yeah, I usually play this deck in Legacy. Granted, I'm like experimenting with the exact list at the moment. Oh my god. We're just gonna the old 12 ball here. We might just be dead, to be honest. That was like a nuts hand that we just saw. Maybe okay. Not, given what we just saw, I think now we should play Snuff Out. If they're like all in on that, this is like almost playing against Infect, right? Not now that we've seen it. We're at 3 already. Hey man, how's it going? All right, we're just dead. All right, now that we've seen what we're going against, I think I want Snuff Out. It's almost like playing against Infect. So let's change that. Don't think they have Eidolon. Don't think they have Eidolon. Do I want this? I think we can just take. Actually, the Picker Poison can hit the Slick Shot, but the damage might be done because it has haste, right? So maybe not. Um, Saga. Mind Break Trap. Maybe that's okay. I actually think the matchup revolves around Traxxas, so I'm just gonna board out Hoof. Yeah, I know, right? It's the old podcast friendly fire, right? I think the snuff out is good because that's how we lose, right? We lose against those wombo combo lines. Guess we'll see. Yeah, I'm thinking about endurance too. Maybe it's better than Fiend Artisan. I don't think we can keep this. This is like much more reasonable. Probably, yeah. It's possible we're supposed to just put the fetch back, but the big reclaimer we top deck is kind of relevant. But I think if I could go back, I would probably not. I'd probably keep the endurance in. Seems reasonable to stop their flyers, right? I'm a little bit nervous about snuffing out the Chandler because we've already seen their wombo combo lines from the slick shot, so I kind of want to save it. Because I think that's one way we lose. Obviously, we would like to have natural order, but there's the slick shot that we talked about. I'm gonna try to pump the artisan here. We're keeping that on top. What are we doing here? We're not gonna block. So we're gonna trap this because we need the high arc to survive. I also think Tony. There's a reasonable chance that Tony knows that natural order is on top because what else are we gonna keep? Like, there's not that many cards that are relevant. I think now we just snuff out. Yeah, I think the thing is we learned from our game too, like what we needed to play around, and I think this is the only way we die. So it's just like also because it's almost like playing against Infect, the onus is on Tony to be the aggressor, and we can just sit back with our pseudo permission spells, right? Okay, so I think Tony knows natural order's coming. What do we want to do here? We're at a virtual 9. I think what I want to do here is we still have Bog in the deck, right? Yes. So I think what I want to do here is go to 9 and then Bog, and that's probably game, I think. I think Tony knows our hand too. Like, I think the Bob will actually saw the actual order. Actually, I take that back. When did they bobble? Oh, they did it after, I think. So here, we're going to 9. We're going to bog them. So I think he's squeezing the last bit of damage here. We're going to go to 7 now. One card on top. What is that? It's probably a bolt or something. Sure. We're at 4. We still might be dead, for what it's worth. I have to look again to see. Did Tony know? Oh, I did the mortuary afterwards, so they didn't. Tony didn't know. I think he just guessed correctly. We're at 3 though, which is that's the scary number. Still didn't hit. I think we bash here. Either they have it or we have lethal next turn. That's how I see it now. Actually, there's an argument to be made to hold the artisan back because we have lethal. Does he have it? There's at least 8 outs, right? Ooh, that is close. Uh, oh my god, we boarded out the hoof. Okay. That was my mistake. Oh, this is too close. Oh, there it is. Whew! Breathe a sigh of relief. All right. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Here's the test list for today. All right, just took my medicine. We got two more matches. We beat Blue Painter and we lost to the Orzhov scam deck. Uh, Worth noting, my round two scam Orzhov scam opponent actually made several misplays, but it just didn't really matter because the way the matchup seems to line up, it doesn't seem great for us. Like all the relevant cards are black, so our snuff outs don't do anything. Good question. So what I did was, I'm just trying to make room in the sideboard, and by doing that, I'm playing the Thoughtseize as main. Traditionally, they have been in the sideboard to make room. I cut the endurances, which sounds strange at this juncture, but hmm, I don't. I think we're supposed to lead with C's here in case something crazy happens. They can go Painter. What am I supposed to take here? I feel. Yeah, it kind of feels like Engineer can get Painter anyways. Oh, this is very awkward. If they play Painter, I guess they're all in on the mana destruction plan. Hey, how's it going, Dragon Dawn? So far it's been fine. Uh, I'm just gonna YOLO it. Feels like, if they top deck a land here, the artifact land, and they just like put something scary in, we just lose, right? Yeah, exactly. I don't love it, to be honest. The main deck Thoughtseize, like our deck is like a tempo deck and like secretly a tempo deck, and we just fall behind as a result. I feel like we kind of have to seize there on one. So not loving that, but I can see a scenario where like because we're playing the crop rotation in the sideboard, maybe we just play that main. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of, right? Like Great Furnace, and then they like put something like the Dragon Portal or whatever into play off Engineer. They have Red Blast up, so depends if they want to just like kill a hierarchy here. They can counter our natural order, so we're definitely not gonna run that in, and we're just try to slow roll it. The problem is like the Saga's gonna get Painter, Grindstone, so we just die to that, right? I think we're dead. Regardless, I don't see us winning this game unless they like play around something that we don't have. Yep. I think the matchup's actually okay. Uh, we just drew the wrong part of our deck, unfortunately. And like, there's an argument to take their painter instead, but then they can just engineer, right? And then we're kind of in the same spot. It depends how aggressively they go for the kill here. I think they're just leaving Power Blast up. It looks like, yeah. So they're gonna go get Grindstone, presumably play another land if they have it. Hold up Power Blast. All right, we're just dead. All right, it's been a while since I played this matchup. I need to take a look-sees at how I use the sideboard. I like the Force of Vigors, obviously. Uh, Saga's one way we lose. There's that. I think this is already in. We just can't see it. It's like that glitch. Endurance is fine. Fairy's probably fine. I don't think I love Saga in this matchup because they're a Blood Moon deck. Wasteland's probably good, actually. Anything else? Gris, Saga. Do we want Jailer? My map says no, but I don't know if we have anything else that's better. That could be okay. Stop the recursion. Rotation, we're just getting bogged most of the time. It's okay. I don't love it. There's an argument for Invigorate, but we didn't see any like Fury. Presumably they do have Fury, but it is glitching. Yeah, I think we boarded both in. We do like Endurance. Keep. They're on mode 5. It seems like anytime they mulligan aggressively, I assume their playstyle is more combo-y. But it's possible they just like didn't draw very well. Yeah, the problem is like it's that or I forgot what the card we played. The Jailer instead, right? Not sure which is better to be honest. I think we do it this way. If they Fury us here, so be it. Yeah, I think I can see, you know, take away the land. There's not gonna be made actually. I can stone rain them here if anything. I think collected oof might even be better. And I can save the pick your poison for Saga. Yeah, that's my reasoning right now. It also stops that, which is nice. What are we doing here now? We boarded out the Gris. Boarded out the Saga. We could get Jailer, but like, why at this point? Like, they don't. There's nothing in the yard. And I guess we can accelerate our deck. Put that away. Yeah, I'm building towards Atraxa. That's why I just played out all my creatures. Yeah, so we had five, six, seven. I could have gotten an Arbor. Well, actually, no, one Arbor's already exiled, so we didn't really have any more. Yeah, I was just trying to dig for. We're just playing toward the tracks right here, right? Painter. Okay. Did we like how we boarded there? Actually, I forgot. We're supposed to board out Hoof. Like I don't. Again, I don't think they can. Famous last words. I don't think they can beat us fair. Uh, invigorate. Do we want a Gris? Like just to. Hey Theo, how's it going? It depends. Like, there's a little bit of a psychological warfare going on, right? If they made black with Painter, it's a little awkward. My so my experience with Atraxa is it is very hard to lose when she resolves. So so yeah, I can board in Snuff Out, and I have in the past like one or two copies, like in case they don't main black. But the problem is if they do, it's that feels bad. So I'd like to mix it up from time to time. Like sometimes I'll keep some in and to keep them off balance. That way that you can get equity from it. I feel like the first Gris. The problem with this card is like it. It's not. I don't really want to sack my creatures just kill their one ones or their one twos. Maybe the first snuff out is like worth it. Invigorate is pretty good too. Let me see. Maybe like this, and just like don't respect the graveyard, like plan. Yeah, so two is like usually at most I'll board in, because if they do name black, I don't want like multiple stranded. I board out hoof a lot for what it's worth. Do we keep this hand? It's good against Saga, but it's like kind of bad against everything else. This is like a lot better. No one drop play though, which is awkward. Any mono red deck, I'll probably board out. Do we want that right now? Yeah. Natural orders a turn faster. Fable. Sure. Do I want to fetch creature here? Probably not. I can already hit the Fable with the Pick Your Poison. We know. I think here. We're gonna hold the Arbor for the Force of Vigor pitch. And just pass. I mean, if you're keeping in Blast, I don't think Blasts are good against me personally. Like, but that's me. Yeah, I've seen people do different things, so it's kind of like random. So they have that. Sure. Sure. This is at what is it called? It triggers on main phase, right? Maybe they kill it right now. I don't know. I found Bridge only works against the shaky Cradle players. It's never beaten me. Like the minute they go for Bridge, I assume they've lost. Hey Romar, how's it going? Only a Sith speaks in absolutes. I understand, but generally speaking, if they go for that, I feel like they've already lost. Land. Once upon a time, natural order, I think. Actually, no to natural order, I think. Because the hoof is boarded out. I think another pick your poison, I guess. Alright, we'll just pass, I guess. I'm gonna force right now before they get the chance to do anything. So the magic number is 4. Sure. So as long as Atraxa can stay underneath, 3 damage, I can tank 2 damage from the shaman token, then it's fine. To play around Fury slash Pyrokinesis, right? But yeah, this matchup I've seen it play out a number of ways because it's contingent a lot on how we board, how they board, and just like the draws, how they line up too. All right, is there any way they can do us 5 damage here? And I think the answer is no. They could do 2 bolts, I guess, but like, what are the odds of that happening? Oh, actually, that was careless of me. They could have just killed my Atraxa. So that was not a great block by me. If they Fury the Atraxa. So I got away with it, but I think I should not have blocked. I didn't think about I forget this thing actually pumps. So they got a Fiend Artisan. um, the problem now is like I can't hit their treasure tokens. Bog. Could bog myself, I guess. Will that do anything? It'll make it so that it's not not a 4/4, I guess. I don't think the bog actually does anything right now. It could down the road. I think we just take the extra cradle. It could matter. Um, Question here is like, do we play the land or we wasteland them? They have a lot of mana, presumably. Actually, we already used the thing, so yeah, let's go waste them. The one good thing is we blocked them last turn, so we kind of know they don't have removal. Unless they just top deck the Fury right now. Or the Carbines, like literally right now. But I don't know if that's worth like losing the Atraxa. Probably not. Ugh, that's not what I want to see. Now I kind of regret not keeping that Bog. Not that it would have mattered. I guess they have the boots too, right? Might be. It might be. What did they sack? The Cauldron for the bridge? Sure. The problem is like we have to pick your poison, but they can just sack the boots now. Okay, what do we want here? I'm gonna eat my words, right? Never lost to ensnaring birds. No, I gotta think about this. The needle on artisan makes it problematic. We have the endurance still in the yard in the deck. What I really want to do is like start looping. Hoof is not good here. They have a snaring bridge on the field, Chris. They have an ensnaring bridge on the field. I think what I could do is maybe get a reclaimer, and then but the problem is that then what? I get a reclaimer. I can only get bog, and then I don't think that solves this problem with the needle on our artisan. What I really need is a way to loop the Atraxa so I can find Force of Vigor, which there's already only one. Okay, let's do this first. I'm gonna bash. And then let's put the cards back in our deck. Yeah, definitely. I feel like we block here unless I'm missing something. There's no way that they can like kill our thing, right? They just might just need the mana. If they had power, they would have done it already instead of passing turn. Unless they forgot. Just the way I drew it up, right? Put the natural order back in so we can get the Atraxa and the Force of Vigors back. Alright, how do we want to do this? I think we pitch the Endurance. Once Green Sun. Once Green Sun, Reclaimer, or Wasteland. There was no Force of Vigor. Oh, wait. Was there? Oh, I guess I just missed it. I didn't see it. Whoops. That's what happens when I get distracted, I guess. It's okay. We want to make it easy on ourselves, right? Yeah, I just didn't see it. I would have taken it if I saw it. God dang it. What the heck? How did I miss it? I don't think it'll go to time. Hmm, what am I gonna do now? I guess I can make them sack, but I guess they have multiple ways to get the thing back now, which is awkward. That needle on Artisan is a pain in the you know what right now. Ugh, I cannot believe I did not click on the Force Awakens. We probably win this game already, to be honest. The good thing is we make them sack a creature here. And they're not there's no way they're sacking the bridge. I should not have attacked with that. Oh, we can just wipe out their yard right now. I think our opponent just made a game-losing mistake, but we'll see. Sure. Actually, I just realized I have the Fiend Artisan still. Like, what am I doing? I'm like not miss. I'm not playing very well at the moment. I should not have done that. You just pass. We can attack through the bridge by just with exalted triggers. But I have to play faster now. Oh, that's pretty bad for us though. What are they gonna kill? Probably the two hierarchs. Yeesh. Did they just top deck that? I think we're just dead now. Oh my god. Yep. I guess we lose now. Brutal loss. I could have navigated that way better. I mean, to be fair, like if I don't if I don't miss the Force of Vigor, I win that game. Like I just didn't see it like in terms of what we could get off the Atraxa. That's my own fault there. I rushed it. It kind of does. They try to pair you with somebody with the same net win to loss ratio. So like here it would be 0, and our opponent is also 0. Um, I mean, I don't know. I kind of disagree, but like what would it have done in that board state? Not much, in my opinion. Oh, Cascade. Sure, I guess. Just take their Cascader. No, I don't think so. Like I said, I win that game if I just like am not blind and see the that Force of Vigor was one of the reveal cards, right? What are we doing here? Oh, I'm mad at myself. We win that game easily if I take the Force of Vigor. I just like I don't know why I missed it in terms of not seeing it when it got revealed. Yes, it is. I guess that's part of the downfall of multitasking. I just like I don't know. I could have sworn it wasn't on my screen, but maybe I just was blind. And yeah, appreciate that, Jared. Like I said, I win that game easily if I just am not blind, right? I think here we're just gonna like dig, bin that. They have a Minsambu next, which is kind of problematic. Actually, like in hindsight, maybe I'm supposed to just take the Minsambu because what are we afraid of? I guess like from the 4/4s. I think we can beat that, right? I don't know if we can beat Minsambu, but we shall see. Might be a borrower right here. That's what I would guess. Did they play Lorien Revealed yet? No, they didn't. I think we're gonna. This is not a good matchup. I'd rather not play against this deck. Do we kill that? I don't think so, actually. Doesn't feel like our opponent is playing correctly, though. What is left? I think we get the Arbor, actually. So that we can kill the mints. Well, we didn't even need it. I'll just play that. I think we want to block. Might be a bounce spell here on the Reclaimer. Could be a Fire Ice. That's okay. I don't mind that. What we will do here is fetch. And then rotate Cradle into Cradle. That's a hell of a draw. I'm getting lucky here for what it's like. These top decks have been fire. I think we attack. Sure. Oh, they're doing that. Interesting. So we'll go to two. Actually, it might be better to just. Oh my god. Yeah, given that they have trample now, that we just don't block here. We have lethal if we draw a natural order, but that's. They're trying to do the math here to see like what they can play around. We have one unknown in our hand that they don't know about, but no blocks. Let's just draw natural order and make it easy. Ugh. All right. We're just dead. Well, yeah, we're just dead. This matchup is very hard, I think. I just I just wouldn't think that people would play this deck at the moment, but all right, what do we want to do against them? They may or may not board into inevitable betrayal, but I want to board out Traxxas just in case. What else do they have? Snuff out, not very good against them. Fairy, no. Card rotation might be no bog, no oof. Invigorate is good. Pick your poison, probably not. Wasteland just as another land. Makes sense, Sahar. Bog still in? Why? What is? What do they have that requires bog? Oh, I see what you're saying. You're telling me to take it out. Crop rotation. I don't actually want Grizz too, because they can just like steal that as well. Fairy just as the pump spell for Artisan. Like the options are slim. I don't want to put anything they might like steal, and then I'll turn the logic on them the game 3 when I board them back in. The game plan here is mostly like get to Jailer and shut off their deck. Sure. We're gonna just try to stop their turn 1 play. If they have it, like we don't have a turn 2 anyways, so it doesn't benefit us to ramp. Fire, ice, and then force a negation. I think. Actually, why did I keep this hand? We don't have a Traxa. I think we just take the fire ice then. Well, we take the mints. They don't have any pressure. And our hand is slow, so I think we have to take that. I don't love this matchup. I think we're gonna run. We'll put that on top. I think we're gonna slam it and pretend. Let's see what they do. We can't play around the fire ice otherwise. Alright, they're gonna inevitably betrayal us. They think we have an Atraxa. We don't. So that's kind of like the mind games that go on in this matchup, right? They just screwed up here. What are they gonna take a hoof? Like we don't have that Atraxa. We boarded it out. Okay, they take a hoof. That's fine. I don't think we really care, to be honest. Uh, why would they get Jailer? It doesn't do anything to us. So attack was for like is a Tarmogoyf good enough in Legacy? I guess with all the interaction that they could have. Did they reveal an endurance in their opening hand? Oh, they do have an endurance. Interesting. We're gonna take 5 again. Chump block. Well, actually, we chump block here. Oh my god. I guess it's not meant to be. Man. And then they have the force of negation still. God damn it. Alright, that's the game. I don't think there was anything we could have done there. Like the way it played out, I think maybe we keep a better hand, but that's like in hindsight, maybe we don't keep a hand with natural order because we boarded out the Atraxa. I mean, it seems reasonable enough, right? 4 lands, maybe we don't want it. I'm not sure. Like what? This is a bad matchup because we don't have snuff out that's relevant, and we don't have endurance doesn't really do anything in this matchup either, and we don't have a Atraxa. It's just the way it lines up. Um, I guess the difference here is like if we're on the play, maybe we'll turn one dork. Go turn one dork sees, but the problem is like if you keep Atraxa in, it's like really dangerous because you're pretty much priced into going fast. Um, and maybe this is just a mole. All right. Didn't end too well, but not too concerned. I think we should have really won round 4 if I didn't like not see the force of vigor as one of the options. And then here we lost a scam, like not really indicative of what you would see in like more competitive settings that are not like leagues, but it is what it is. How long have we been streaming now? I guess we could just call it 2 hours. It looks like. All right, I think I'll just call it a day. Thanks everyone for hanging out today. Here are my socials again, and shout out again to UPA for their top 8 finish. Actually, their finals win yesterday. They split the finals, but we played a different list today to try to just see if we can get away with main deck. Excuse me, main deck Thoughtseize. Not sure I loved it to be honest, and I think what I may try to experiment with is ideally I can play like green cards main deck. So maybe if we want to keep this crop rotation package. Play crop rotation, wasteland in the main, and maybe like move the Thoughtseize to the sideboard, play a second endurance, and then call it a day. Like that might be reasonable to conserve sideboard slots. How often do I stream? More so lately. I think this is like the 3rd time I streamed this past week. I usually stream some variant of this deck, but I do have an all access account now. I didn't play on it today, but for the content creator program. So if there are decks people want me to play, I can probably do that. I haven't really set that up for like Patreon or anything for like deck donations, but that is an option if people are interested in my thoughts of just playing other decks. I usually just play this because that's what my followers on Patreon or just the Discord channel are interested in. But like I said, I think one time I streamed like Modern Prowess. I've streamed like Green White Reclaimer in the past or just Draft, but usually those streams have not fared as well as this stream because I guess people are more interested in me playing this Cradle deck. But yeah, let me know if that would be of interest to you. Until then, I will go ahead and raid Tony. Yeah, maybe I'll try that soon, Joff.